What's up, everybody? All right, week 5 in the books. Here's your update. We're going to go over the usual things that I've been doing lately this year. Standings, trophies, and, maybe a little news. Little interesting bits of wisdom that I can impart onto you. So, let's go over this here. Trophies, always the funnest place to start. All right, high score of the week goes to our newest member, Mr. Adolfo, with 152.6 points in the big upset win over Joe. Joe threw up a big score, 130 something, or I don't even remember what it was off the top of my head. Adolfo came back over the top of that with 152.6. I mean, if you can't win with 130 some points, I mean, that's you're screwed. We're also going to get back to Adolfo's score in a little bit here. I got something to talk about with that. Low score of the week goes to Danny with a 36.7. I don't know if it's the lowest score of all time. Danny had a lot of guys on bye week. Not much. It sucks, but hey, he's got most of that out of the way now. Going forward, won't have to worry about all those bye weeks. So 36.7. That sucks. I know that pain. All right, high scoring player of the week. That'd be Steve. Once again, gets this trophy 2 weeks in a row. And once again, it's the same guy who got it last week. It was Drew Brees with Jesus. I think I can write down what points he had. That's great. I believe he had 38 point something points. 38. It's pretty damn high. He had 370 yards passing and 4 passing touchdowns. Pretty sweet for Steve-O. And hot bench of the week goes to our boy Kenny with a 68.1. Now, Kenny played Steve, and Kenny lost. Steve won. Also means it means Steve is still undefeated. Now, that's 5-0. He is the current champ. Me and Rick were talking about this. It's going back to last year. I don't know how many wins in a row Steve actually has. I don't know. I believe last year he did throw a game. I think it was last year. He threw a game to try to screw over Beef. He only by playing Tom Brady or something last year. It was hilarious. So I'm not sure how many wins Steve actually has in a row now, but he has at least 7 going back to last year. It's pretty awesome. Now, Kenny got the hot bench of the week with 68.1. I did the math. Took out 2 of Ken's players, swapped out 2 on the bench. Ken would have beaten Steve, giving him that first loss, if he would have played Phillip Rivers and the Seahawks defense over the Packers defense, which gave him a negative points, and RG3, who got a big old concussion and got knocked out of the game after only putting up a couple points. He would have beaten Steve 123 to 110.5. That sucks. It sucks to know that. It always sucks to look at it later. Man, I do that all the time. Always look at my scores later, say, oh man, I could have played this guy. Even when I win, I do it. It's like, oh man, I would have played this guy, I would have this many more points. Call it a segue. Speaking of points, there's a little shake-up this week with some losses and wins going on. So, in first place of the good guys, Joe drops down to 3rd. He wasn't first last week, but he still has the most points out of anybody. So, in first place, we now have Al at 4-1 with 557.8 points. I'm now in second place. I was in third last week, so now I'm up to second with a 4-1 record as well with 531.2 points. Joe, like I said, he's in third now with a 3-2 record, thanks to Adolfo's ginormous win, with 596.1 points. It's the most points in the league. Joe's got a lot of damn points. Beef's in 4th with a 2-3 record with 539.4 points. Dan is 0-5 with 342.3 points. Never know, man. Every passing moment's another chance to turn it all around. All right, that was good guys division. Bad guys. Our current champ, Steve, still undefeated, 5-0 in first place, 567.5 points. A lot of points. I believe, let me look at the quick list here. Steve's actually in third place amongst points. Wow. Second place in points, also second place in Bad Guys Division, Adolfo, with a 2-3 record with 576.7 points. Second amount of points in the whole league, and he's got a 2-3 record. I actually have to look at his score, or his points against. I think Adolfo, he might have a lot of points against. He might be another one of those tooth and nail wins over there. Putting up that kind of points, he should have another win or two, I'd think. Rick in third place with a 2-3 record, 537.9 points. Kenny Adalizzi with a 2-3 record with 508.9 points. And Aaron in fifth place with a 1-4 record and 499.9 point score. So that's how it's shaping up. It's looking like someone's got to stop Steve. I think Steve. Here I got my notes now on the bottom. All right, we'll go over my favorite part last. But here, Steve's still undefeated. He's the champ, 5-0. Steve gets to play Joe. Week 6 this coming week. Now, Joe, I don't think has had a week where I think other than like 1 week, I think he's had where he scored like under 100 points. So Joe's going to be a very stiff challenge to Steve, considering Joe puts up points. So Steve's not going to, unless. But this is my other theory: is that Steve's when he plays somebody, he curses them to put up like low points. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But Joe mostly 4 out of 5 games, I know Joe's put up over 100 points, over 120 points, I believe, to be honest with you. So that's going to be a stiff challenge. I think Steve's got a stiff challenge this week against Joey. Let's see. Another thing, Danny, like he says, he's the opposite of Steve at 0-5. Now, well, when I haven't looked at the schedules, but maybe we can all try to figure out. We can go on the message board, put up a guessing game. What week Danny's going to get his first win? Or will he get his first win? That's the other part of it, is that did he get my curse from last year? Will he go winless? Because I had the curse last year. I don't know if this is a new thing and it somehow gets passed on to somebody. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't, I don't know. It sucks, but who knows, man? Curses are real. And now my favorite thing I want to talk about this week, because I'm happy. Adolfo with 152.6 points, high score of the week, and the highest score of all time. Good job, dude. That's, I don't know, nobody's standing around, nobody really talks to the message boards, but that's something to be proud of, at least in our league. I held the highest score, according to Beef. I didn't really remember. I'd have to go back and check. Back in like 2010, I put up 151 points, and that was apparently the highest score of all time. But 152.6, I believe you have it, Adolfo, so we'll see how long it takes that one to get broken. Maybe you could break your own record yourself. You never know. But it's pretty good, man. Pretty good. That's all I got for this week. We got week 6 coming up, so it should be interesting to see how things shake out. I'm really enjoying watching the standings moving around from week to week, so we're at about next week. I think it's about the halfway point. No, Jesus, no, it's week 6. There's 16 games, so we have a couple more weeks till we're at the halfway point. Feels like a lot of time's gone by. I feel like I've made a lot of these videos so far talking about this stuff, but probably not. So I don't know. Till next week, I'll catch you guys later.